And they'll be hoping that the spin partnership can do it. As they bowl a slow surface, present difficulty and make both Malan and Buttler to try and make shots rather than get given deliveries to nudge the ball around.
Shamsi into the attack.
Spin partnership can do it.
Excuse me, I was a little bit surprised the other evening at Newlands when Bairstow went after him. I was looking at the stats. He only bowled one wrong on Bairstow. And Bairstow was going leg side with him a lot. I'm hoping to the right-handers this afternoon. He bowls a lot more wrong-uns. That's the whole point of being a wrist spinner, a mystery spinner. Get it spinning both ways. Shamsi into the attack. Excuse me, I was a little bit surprised the other evening at Newlands when Bairstow went after him. I was looking at the stats. He only bowled one wrong on Bairstow. And Bairstow was going leg side with him a lot. Left-hander would often start with the wrong. Now same here, Shamsi. This afternoon he bowls a lot more wrong. Buttler know he's got point of being when Bairstow comes in. If he can spin against Shamsi, immediately a wrong. And then the leg break becomes a surprise delivery. Excuse me, it's a little bit.
Lovely.
Yeah, we saw that delivery to Ben Stokes the other night, which got the wicket. So yeah, just to your point on Shamsi, yeah, he's a lot more confident with his traditional leg spinner, left arm leg spinner. It's definitely something we want to see a little bit more of today.
Oh, got him, bowled him, ran down the wicket looking to hit him out the ground, and he missed it completely. Shamsi with the big breakthrough.
Yeah, it's a massive breakthrough. Jos Buttler, very rarely does Jos Buttler lose his shape when hitting, and this is an occasion he lost his shape completely. Just dipped and drifted. Beautiful drip, beautiful bowling, lovely drop, and completely bamboozling Buttler. That's a massive wicket. One of England's danger men's gone. Jos Buttler 22, it's 51 for 2.
I think so important in a game where you ought to play a big part, and him as a spinner to get one in your first over, and that's happened for Shamsi. It's a lovely delivery, sixth sense sort of thing. See him coming, dips, doesn't get there, and through. Spin twins. How well did Jonny Bairstow play a couple of nights ago? Really was some innings on a surface that was slow. Some of the shots that he played adjusted to that surface very quickly and then just controlled things. Also got his career best score. 86 not out.
Really was a lovely bit of bowling. Buttler came quickly, ran at him like a train, and it just dropped on him beautifully.
Good over, good start by Tabraiz Shamsi. It's 52 for 2.
My son needs this drug. I hope it doesn't cost too much. I hope my insurance pays for it. Can you tell me how much this will be?
67.
Sorry.
Wait, have you heard about GoodRx? GoodRx finds free coupons to help you save up to 80% on your prescriptions.
Wow. I had no idea.
GoodRx. Stop paying too much for your prescriptions.
Anna! Thank you.
George Linde to make it spin from both ends. Two overs with 6 dot balls. One of the problems South Africa faced in their innings, the three of us were on earlier because Michael Atherton and Sean Pollock have joined me, that was the amount of dot balls that England were allowed to bowl at the South Africans. 41 of them in an innings of 120 balls. So far 15 bowled at England, and we've just started the 9th over. Tells you that the little bit of uneven pace in the pitch is a problem.
Yeah, and that stroke from Jonny Bairstow suggests that it's not the easiest surface to play his shots. Bairstow obviously in fine touch at Newlands, but ball cannoning down near the bottom of the blade as he looked to cut the ball away to the offside.
You talk about his knock at Newlands, and there was a moment in the game where he went after Shamsi. The first 6 he hit, it just cleared Faf du Plessis, a very short boundary. And then the next ball he hit out the ground as well. It cleared a little bit more comfortably. But it's that kind of surface where it's difficult to get that done today. And if South Africa can continue to squeeze and then ask for the big shots to be played, it is more of a bigger ground where a mistake can be made.
Yeah, the left-hand, right-hand combination that England had at Newlands, it was Bairstow and Stokes on that occasion, and that negated the two spinners somewhat. Linde and Shamsi, with Bairstow taking after Shamsi, as he had done back in February, and Stokes, the left armour, going after Linde, and there's two, a right-hander and left-hander at the crease now, albeit Malan. That should be to England's advantage.
But we're seeing what we saw first time round. The ball's got just a touch softer, the pitch is giving nothing, and therefore it's becoming more difficult to score. And South African innings really became almost stagnant in the middle. Actually, it makes for a fascinating contest. It doesn't have the thrills and spills that we've become used to in terms of power hitting. Balls flying through the wicket-keeper above head height, but there's a subtle and interesting contest going on. 55 for 2.
Astonishing hitting and timing from Bairstow throughout that innings. That was the one that finished the match off.
Yeah, it was nice to see the flexibility in his game. He got off the mark with the most delicate of touches. Oh, hello. Hello. Should be caught. Oh, it is too. Well, well, Jonny Bairstow gone. The squeeze may begin right here.
Yes, he tried to take Shamsi down as he had done at Newlands, but a combination of a slower, lower pitch and bigger boundaries. We showed the graphic earlier in the day that suggested at least half a dozen of the sixes hit at Newlands would not be sixes here today. And Bairstow looking to heave to the leg side. Can only find Hendricks out at deep mid-wicket. Big wicket, given the way that Bairstow played in that first T20. Real confidence now surging through South Africa's ranks. England 55 for 3 and stuttering.
Ben Stokes. So now the two left-handers. So that right-left-handed conversation goes to the wind. Stokes with a fine strike rate of 134 runs per 100 balls faced over his career. But not that many T20 matches. Best effort against the South Africans, 47 not out in Durban. But he's got a job on his hands here. Not easy to come in and play strokes straight away. England needing, well, now 91 from 64 balls. It's a rate of 8.5 and over. Another look at this with Bairstow perishing.
Yeah, as we mentioned, at Newlands, the ground, the surface, you could just stand and pick on one of the deliveries this time around, not making the contact he was after. And ending up after 7 deliveries, just a 3 for Bairstow. And that's a really important wicket. He looks at the bottom of the bat, and that's probably where the contact was made.
There's a few batsmen exited looking at the bottom of the bat today. Bavuma.
Do like Shamsi's passion, energy, optimism. I said the other night, he's a cricketer of great optimism. You sense that he thinks he can make a difference with every ball he bowls. There's that low bounce that we've alluded to for most of the day.
I think that needs to enter the thinking of the spinner, that if you're going to make a mistake, err rather in dragging it down, because if you over pitch or lob it up, that can still be punished. But that allows the surface to play its part. The ball just keeping low, difficult to drag away.
Though that's right, you would say that when he got it up in the air a bit and fuller, Rashid really got it to spin, didn't he? In fact, he got Faf du Plessis with a classic leg break, luring him out of his ground in the forward stroke and having him stumped. But one thing about that short ball is that the milking of singles is a bit easier than it is if you get it up there. 10 gone, halfway through, and England way behind South Africa at this stage, 59 for 3.
Personal Capital wants to know, do you have a plan for your finances?
I have a plan for retirement.
For college savings?
For investing?
I can see all of my accounts and my investments.
All my investments and more in one place.
I feel good about my finances. Finally. Download the free Personal Capital app today. You can feel good about your finances, and Personal Capital is here to help. Visit personalcapital.com today.
Owen Morgan put the South Africans into bat, 146 for 6 on a sluggish surface, and England 59 for 3 at this stage of the game, halfway through the innings. South Africa 75 for 3. Can you believe that hasn't bowled him? Quinton de Kock certainly can't. That's very nice batting. That really is. That's lovely. My gosh, the timing in that, the chip.
That is a beautiful shot from Malan. Just a couple of skips down the pitch, and when you might have felt that he hadn't got there, he just held his shape and chipped it really over extra cover. Not an easy shot to play on this surface.
Against the spin from round the wicket makes it even more difficult considering all the angles. And from that he gets the shorter ball, which he gets the single from. Classy stuff by the man rated the #1 T20 batsman at the moment.
Over the wickets. Middle, please.
Do I read something into that comment? You didn't say the #1 T20 batsman.
No, it's a surprise, isn't it?
Rated.
It's
absolutely.
a surprise.
And probably a surprise as much to Dawid Malan as everybody else.
It's not it's only moments ago that he wasn't in the England side, but he's played some brilliant innings.
Yes, Josh,
Could have caved in under the pressure of that question. There are the rankings of mischievous Atherton. 877 points for Dawid Malan, ahead of Babar Azam. Aaron Finch in great form in the one days over in Australia. KL Rahul, Colin Munro.
You can see that Athers has settled into South Africa. He's starting to get very cheeky today. A couple of his questions that he's been asking. Talking about the South Africans getting runs, but not at Bullen Park.
He's had a waspish smirk on his face, hasn't he?
It's a bit of a naughty boy day from Athers.
That's a good shot. He's got it so far behind square. That took some doing. Ben Stokes using it, his strength really as much as anything.
To gully than it used to be. When Ben Stokes used to pick up the bat, he had what coaches or batsmen would call a very closed back lift, with the face of the bat pointing to the ground, but he's made a deliberate and conscious change with it far more open now in order to try and get more elevation on the big shots that he inevitably will try and play in T20.
It's been interesting that he's been such a brilliant attacking player with that closed face as he takes the bat away. Very generally, the open face tends to favour more attacking play, and a closed face more defensive play.
Stokes has a very strong bottom hand, and inevitably in a match situation that slightly takes over and negates what he's trying to do in practice, which is keep that bat face open. It's a little more open, as you'll see. Keep an eye on him there in that stance. He's definitely trying to keep it more open. And picks it up now with the bat going to gully. But that bottom hand will creep in. Old habits die hard.
I'm not sure. What do we get from this? Do South Africa? I think that's missing leg stump. They do get a couple, remember. Both sides get a couple. And review it he does.
As we have a look at this, you must have a look where Shamsi finished up. He went right across the stumps onto the leg side. I think it's, if anything, it's going to be pitching on leg stump and straightening enough to continue on that line. And that looks like it might just have pitched outside and maybe also missing. So I don't think much going for it for the South Africans. It's one of those ones that just looked good in the way it was played. No edge involved.
Might have had something to do with the man on strike as well, of course. It's just pitched in line. Umpire's call on both, and remember the not out call out in the middle. My word, I thought that would have pitched outside though.
It did look like it in that first slow-mo, didn't it? things like that to go their way. And some formidable short-form cricketers up against them. A long batting order, England bat the whole way down. So it's not easy, but it really can be done.
And the suspicion is, with the change made, Nortje for Hendricks, that South Africa have got a stronger bowling lineup to try and defend it.